Well, I've had this mega bucket list going now for quite a few years, and basically is a plan to take over the whole planet and bring in new ideas that haven't been thought of before. So, at least on a personal level, there's 4 parts to it, to my bucket list. And first one is to start a new religion. And new stands for naturally evolving worldview. Basically, that means that the universe is an infinite realm, that something does exist beyond the furthest that we can see in the universe. They call it the observable universe. And there is more beyond that. We just don't know what it is yet. So in this new worldview or belief system, it is not whether or not there's a God. That's irrelevant. If you believe in God, fine, we're okay with it. Or how many, you can believe in 1,000 different gods. We don't care. It's quite irrelevant. The belief system and what we should be thinking of as humans is what our place is in this infinite universe. Now, most chances are we're going to go extinct, especially in the direction we're going. We're like self-destructive, suicidal on a species level. There's no doubt about it. But so this new religion has to do with the probability and possibilities of the entirety of humanity and what are some realistic goals. The first immediate goal is the health, longevity, and well-being of each individual human within the natural realm, within the nature of the planet. Well, that's number 1. You can see it's pretty long here, pretty extensive. Mega, as I call the title of it. So, number 2 is once we realize that this is the case, that the most important thing for humanity is our ongoing existence, so that we can evolve to achieve a connection to this beyond time, space, matter phenomena that we can't even yet prove scientifically that a place like that, where God or where immortal, omnipotent things that always will be and always were can exist. So we have to have a plan to do this, achieve this, and that is political. And in order to achieve this political plan, we have to get most people to realize, a strong majority of people to realize, that nobody is that much better than anybody else or that much more worthy, that we should have this income and wealth disparity like we have on the planet with all these alphas that are just collecting more wealth and money and power, and that is their biggest goal that there is. There is no goal for the collective good of humanity among our leaders. So it's time for people to step up to the plate. And how we're going to do this is with computers and with the memory and technology that they give us to develop a system where every person gets a vote on the actual law and appropriation before what is now called our Congress. And I feel that it is best to work within the current system to make change rather than to fight the system and start all over, because that's going to end up being violent, and it's a no-win. So this new government is going to have secretaries instead of presidents and all those other highly elite names of these leaders. The top office will be the secretary at large, and then just like the current presidential administrations, there will be secretaries of different departments like education and health and defense and on and on. That won't really change, but why that they are called secretaries is because they answer to the people, and that will be like the administration part of this new government. And the next part, we will get rid of the Congress and the Senate and combine them into a stewardship office. So then what the stewards will do is organize the people and allow them to bring forth bills before this people's house, like which bills to sponsor and to co-sponsor by an election and selection of these by the majority of the people that take the responsibility to be involved and participate in this process. And the same thing will happen for the legislation that's on the floor of the Congress. Instead of having easily bought individual that does what the corporate shills, come on brain, the lobbyists offer him and do for him, they should do what the people want and what the people that participate decide on. So you'll be able to vote on your cell phone or on your computer weekly or monthly on the legislation, which is law and appropriation before the governing body, which is the people in this new system. There's more to it than that, but that's my second mega thing on my bucket list. And the third thing on this bucket list is an ongoing thing that I've been working on before I even started the bucket list. It's an effort that I have made to be energy self-sufficient and independent. And through the years, I have designed and built solar collectors and applied for patents on them. Never got one, but it's recorded that I did build these things. And then I also designed a windmill that worked really well. And then we must realize that both of those things in northern Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan, where I've lived for the most of my life, aren't going to supply all the energy that you need. Even if you have a super insulated structure and with vacuum windows and air heater exchange units and everything that you need to have the most efficient possible living space, it still will not give you all the energy that you need for, hot water and pumping water and for your living space heat. I believe that wood, which you can burn and then create steam to make back up the electricity, and the heat that remains after the use of it to make electricity can be used to heat your house and back up your house and store and use heat for your hot water and cooking and living space heat. And it's an ongoing project, and if the people that have seen my YouTube channels, Wisco Kid and Local Ideas, are quite familiar with that. And I put a lot of work into it, and it may be that before I'm done with my life that I will achieve these energy efficient goals. And the last one, it's kind of strange, but I'm very young at heart and pretty healthy for an old codge of 59. I have never been a father, and that's something that I would really like to do in this lifetime as Ken Dreesen, the Wisco Kid. And I know some people would think I'm crazy to think of that, but I really enjoy kids, and I think that would be an improvement or something that I would really love in my life, to have a child, to be a father. Especially if I could accomplish that before my parents pass on, because I know they would love to see me have a kid. They would really love that. So that is my mega bucket list. I don't think it's going to change too much over the coming years. You know, I'm sure it'll evolve, but that's it. I encourage you to think about life on that level of a bucket list, because we are all just passing through here. There's no doubt about it. Our lives are limited in time, and we're all going to pass on. So we want to make the best of this life that we can, every day and every second and every moment. Thanks for watching.